Today, we will be presenting PodiaTrack, the newest solution for improving patient waiting times. In order to improve the quality of care given to their patients, the modern medical practice needs a flexible and responsive system for automating their patient waiting queues and monitoring the average time spent between each step of the treatment process. This system also needs to be able to interact with the existing EMR systems currently on the market. Such a system will enable practices to treat patients more swiftly throughout the day. PodiaTrack uses PHP, MySQL, and an interactive relational database to create our solution, a website that can easily be accessed from every computer and phone within a medical practice. Let's take a closer look at how the site works. First, let's have a look at the check-in page, which will mainly be used by a practice's receptionist. At the start of every day, a receptionist will press the Upload Appointments button. This button causes PodiaTrack to transfer the day's appointment list generated by a practice's scheduling software to our relational database, which will store the schedule as data that our program will be able to use. PodiaTrack will then use this data to populate a list of today's appointments, which shows patient's first name, last name, and appointment time, as well as a button that will tell the system that a particular patient has checked in. Once a patient has checked in, they will be placed into the patient waiting queue, with their position in the queue depending solely on how their check-in time relates to their appointment time. Within the queue, PodiaTrack will label patients who are on time green, who are early blue, and who are late red. As you can see, there is also a counter that displays how many patients are currently in the queue, a drop-down menu for selecting the room that the patient will be sent to, and a button that will notify the system that a patient has been removed from the queue and sent to the selected room. In order for a receptionist to know which rooms are open and which are occupied, the check-in page includes a room status panel. This panel lists each room in the practice, with rooms that are empty having 4 dashes next to it, and rooms that are full having the name of the patient occupying it next to the room number. Now that we've covered how the check-in page will bring more automation to the process of moving patients out of the waiting room, we can now address how the reports page will make it easier for doctors to know if the time that is being spent in between the various steps of the treatment process is increasing or decreasing over time. At the end of a long day at the office, a doctor can now walk up to any computer and have access to the reports page, which will display a graph of the average time in between treatments. The time span of this graph can be changed from the last 5 days to the last 4 weeks and to the last 12 months. By knowing if the average time between treatments is rising or falling, doctors can now determine what approaches for reducing this time actually work and which do not. As can be seen from this demonstration video, PodiaTrack is not only capable of simplifying and quickening the patient waiting process and the determination of the best practice for reducing a patient's treatment time, but can also do so in a way that is easy to use and integrate seamlessly into a medical practice's current EMR system. We thank you for watching our demonstration video of PodiaTrack and hope you have a good rest of your day.